Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew with Family's Everything.
Until it's not. Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Aunt.
I
I'm
have a
in a
lot of.
remote location.
Yeah, you look like you're on a ship.
I'm not on a cruise. I don't do those.
Yeah, yet.
No, I don't
Yeah.
like cruises. I feel like I'm
You would feel
trapped.
like you were trapped in
I
but
hate
you've
it.
never been on a cruise,
I
have
have
you?
been. Oh, I was
Oh,
when I went on a few when I was like younger couple, but I went on one when I lived in Miami and I did not like it.
oh, because you couldn't get off.
Yeah, and like you're just trapped, and it was like before there was like good Wi-Fi on cruises, and so
Oh,
like
yeah, so you couldn't do your work and
I
stuff. You
couldn't work
felt
even though I was with
isolated.
work people at the time. Like it just is one of those where you're just not.
It wasn't conducive.
I
It
also
didn't.
drank and had anxiety then, so maybe I'd enjoy it now.
Maybe you could just chill and get a spa treatment now. But you look like you're on a ship. I want to say that I believe that
Okay.
Shannon and Gina, if left to themselves, could be great friends.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. That's what I took away from their conversation. It was light, it was natural. There wasn't a lot of, what are you eating?
Nerd candy.
I like it as water.
Um,
I thought to myself watching it, like left to their own devices, they could be good friends that weren't toxic to each other.
but isn't that the case with every housewife on every show? That like they're
No, no,
outrageous enough
some of them couldn't be actually genuine friends. They're only friends while they're
because of
filming
the
and
show.
everything. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just thought Gina and Shannon with their opening scene and the lemons and the whole bit, they would be great fun. I just thought that.
Yes.
Um Emily's hungry and it's a detriment to Emily.
She's
Because
hungry,
even
but
the
she's
opening
also
scene, I need 3 eggs and a side of sausage. And I mean, let's not forget, she did take the sandwich into the sauna
she
last year.
did. She did. But I
She's
will say that
hungry.
what bothers me
And
is I don't
she's
know if she's
denying at
hungry.
this point, she is denying at this point in the show that she's on Ozempic. She is.
Oh, okay.
Because it came out afterwards, she admitted, yeah, she was on Ozempic. So she's denying it right now. For whatever
Hmm.
reason, I don't know why. Just, would you deny if you had high blood pressure, taking your high blood pressure medicine?
No.
No. So why should you deny? She obviously has a weight problem, not a weight problem, but a weight issue in
Oh,
her
yes.
mind. And she's on TV and it's affecting how her relationships, obviously.
Oh,
So to have her like take the little medicine and she'll slim down.
yeah.
What's the big deal?
This
That's all I
episode
can
was
say.
odd. It was like not a lot of, it was a lot of like little group thing, like two people things, three people things.
Yes, and then the big thing.
Oh,
It was.
yes.
I do enjoy um Vicky and Vicky and
And Shannon.
the Shannon. I was going to say Tamra. I do miss Tamra in the mix, but it is a completely different dynamic when Tamra's not there. But
I
Tamra is
guess.
really I mean, at least she wasn't as mean today.
I think that Tamra is serving a purpose. It's on brand for her. We have to remember Tamra
Yeah,
has had a
she is on brand.
resurgence financially
Right.
and from fame because she talks about people on her podcast. So I think Bravo is just like, we want you to do that, but on the show.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, I want to go right to like what I had a problem with. Well, I had a lot of problems. First of all, has Alexis Bellino at any point this season claimed to have a child that is part of the GLAD community? No,
No, it's one of those
no,
situations that I want to know
no.
why. I want to know why Heather keeps alluding to like our families, our families, our families.
Right. But
Are they
Alexis,
gonna say
now,
Jim? Are they gonna say Jim Bolino's trans? I mean,
no,
what's coming out of the woodwork that we don't know?
I
Like if
don't know, but
they,
I feel just me, because I don't like Alexis Bellino. I think
yeah.
she's trying to hitch her
But
wagon.
why would Heather endorse it then? My question is this, and this is a serious question that I have. Like for the world, put in the comments if you have an answer.
Yeah, I don't
And
know either.
clearly it's not coming from a place
Don't
of
mind
hate
me. I got
because
an
I'm
issue.
gay.
I got an itch.
So
Yeah.
yeah, shocking. I don't know if I've ever come out on the podcast. Um, I don't look at having a gay or lesbian child as needing the support of a family equality type organization, in my opinion. Now, I could be
Okay.
wrong there.
All right.
I just think that, like, again, there's a lot of different things that gays and lesbians have to deal with when they get older, when it comes to like starting a family, having children, like health care, sharing like taxes with your partner, all that stuff. But
Okay.
I'm wondering, like, in today's day and age, especially in Southern California, in Orange
Yeah.
County,
Yeah. 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 Right.
what barriers does your family have
Right.
just by having a gay or lesbian child? I'm not saying trans, non-bi, like all that stuff is different. And you and I've
It's
talked about this,
different. Yeah.
but I just am curious. And that's more my question is I wonder why she's being so forthcoming of like, I need this organization. My family needs this organization. This is why like this organizations exist for families like mine, blah, 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 blah. But yet, like Heather, we've seen why. She's talked about it. She's been open
That
about
she
it.
has three
What
quick
are you
kids.
trying to
Right.
hide? Like, what is,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I want to
I
know
don't
more.
either because she hasn't disclosed, and that maybe whatever, if she does have a child, maybe they choose for
Or
to
Jim
not be
Bellino doesn't want the kids on
disclosed.
the show.
All right, it could be anything, but I keep on thinking to myself, hey, listen, I'm not going to judge. It's not my job.
No, no.
I'm just thinking to myself, why is she involved in this organization without disclosing why she's disclosed in this organization,
100%
unless it's
agree.
normal to be associated with this organization if you don't have anybody who's affected by it. To
But
me,
then
it would be like,
why are the other women not just as passionate about it as she is?
yes. And to me, it would be like you don't do a walk for Alzheimer's unless chances are you had somebody in your family with Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
do a walk for multiple myeloma unless you had somebody affected by multiple myeloma. I'm just thinking, so she seems to be like, she's just over the chart,
Do you
over
think
the
that Heather
top
is
about
in on it?
everything.
Do you think Heather's in on it to try to help Alexis's image and that she's okay with her
It
jumping
could
on
be
his
because I
coattails?
do think she's trying to cover for Alexis in weird ways. Just like last night when Alexis was completely irrational. She's going, let her talk. Let her talk. So there is something more there. And I don't know. I was questioning why, and then she's jumping up and down like a monkey. It was kind of a clown show
It
that
was. It
way.
was totally a clown show.
Yeah.
And I will say, the one thing that I will say too is that Jen is a wonderful addition to the show because she is an idiot.
Idiot. Sorry. She's even with dealing with her son.
I have
First
so
of
many
all,
questions about her marriage,
okay.
like her
All
old
right.
marriage, her old relationship. Like I
Yeah,
want
but
to know
here's the question. What kind of vibes did you get with Dawson and with Jen last night?
that she had
Because
no idea how to do anything, including tie her shoes and change her underwear.
yes, besides that, I got real Laurie Peterson and Josh vibes.
Okay.
That's all I could think of is I'm thinking
And he's
we're in like,
gone.
and he's gone. He died, Josh, and
Fentanyl,
I'm,
right?
yeah, in prison.
How
He
that happened.
overdosed in prison. Um, he was behind bars. So I was like, oh, be careful here because for whatever reason, I was getting Josh Peterson and Laurie season 2, 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's how I saw Dawson. And you know what? The difference is that Laurie Peterson, I felt, was so wrapped up in getting another guy, George. And she's still married with George, but George became her focus. And she kind of forgot, this is my opinion. This is my opinion. That she sort of pushed her kids, Laurie Peterson, I'm talking about, pushed her kids to the sideline because she was all about getting the new guy.
Yeah.
So I don't think Jen's is far gone that way with trying to find a new guy because Laurie Peterson at the time was going to hang out at the Playboy Mansion and everything. She was really looking for a guy. Like
Yeah,
she
and I
was
will
on
say this,
pursuit.
at time I think Ryan's more hands-on and more strict and more of a normal parent than Jen.
Yes, I
And it's not
agree.
even his kids. And he doesn't
Yeah.
even have kids. Like he has nothing to go off of other than using his brain.
Hmm.
So my
But
question
but
is
she's just there. Anytime something's going on, she's just there.
aloof.
She's like a deer in the headlights.
Totally. And I want
Yeah,
to know
yeah.
like what happened to her. There's something that must have happened with her ex that he's living in a 1 bedroom apartment now.
Well, he's probably not living above his means because he doesn't want to give her anything. So he's probably hiding his finances right now. Like I knew this woman who was getting divorced and she was selling the house, and she put the house for sale for twice as much as you were going to get for it. And I was like, at the time, the house was like 1.2 million, but it was only worth like 500,000 or 600,000.
100,000.
Yeah. And I'm like, why are you doing it this? Oh, because this way I can tell my ex that I'm trying to sell the house, just nobody's bought it. And like, there's no rule that says it can't be at a figure that nobody would buy it at.
Oh,
But this way, when she would go to court, she could say, well, I'm trying to sell the house in good faith. And then he would argue, no, she's not. It's never going to get that. Well, I mean, that's what the realtor said. And so, I mean, like, there's all kinds of fugazi games. I have a feeling they're playing.
got it.
Yeah. So I
What
think
did
that's what's
what did
happening.
you
Yeah.
think about Tamra and Katie's little date with their 18-year-olds to talk about divorce?
Well, I thought to myself that Tamara is again continues to bash Simon Bernie. That's what I thought of. And then I'm thinking to myself, I am sure Simon is out there somewhere bashing Tamara. And I just
Probably.
thought, stop bringing up the ex. Like, get over it. Like, why do you have to bring up, Simon was a terrible father. Well, you had 3 children with him. You married him. At some point, he must have been a good man. So be kind and
Yeah.
stop breaking him
Move
across the
on.
coals on national TV. Yeah,
Move
it's like
on.
ridiculous. I
If we
cannot
want to talk about the
stand it.
past, can we talk about Gretchen and your son Tamra at that dinner party when they went into the
Oh,
guest room?
naked wasted. Gonna get
Naked waste.
naked wasted. Okay.
Emily and
Um,
Alexis?
would you like to go to Shannon and Vicky's show?
No.
Oh yeah, I know it didn't do anything for me. Um, um,
But that
um,
doesn't mean that with Tamara it would have either. I don't think I would care if Tamara was in it either.
oh yeah, it's not nothing's ever gonna be like Countess Luann. That girl brought it. She's
She's coming to the
freaking
Cabot in Beverly and it's sold out.
oh, she's like a rock star. She really is. Okay. Alexis. Alexis, Emily, Heather, jeans, sizes. Alexis doesn't matter. It could be about Heather and Emily, and Alexis believes it's about her at all times. And I don't
Mhm.
know what her nervous breakdown was all about. I'm clueless. I have no idea what that nervous breakdown was all about. I've
Same.
collected myself. I collected yourself from what? Stop suing Vicky. Stop suing Shannon Badua,
No,
and you won't have any
suing,
problem.
extorting.
Extortion. It is extortion. Yeah, it is. Yeah, stop. Like, why are you making it? Why does every scene have to be Shannon's not even there? Don't talk about her. Just go
Totally.
on. Yeah, she was ridiculous. Now, Emily. Emily has deep rooted body images.
Yes, we know that.
And I couldn't figure out if saying it was a size 12 meant they gave her a size too big or it didn't, because I couldn't went under the context until Heather said, well, it was a size 12. And if you ask me, it was a little tight. Now, so I didn't know, was Emily trying to say she's not that big, she's smaller than a size 12?
I think that there's a big difference here too. Emily's taller than all the other women. Emily just has a different body type. So it's like
Totally.
Emily, like, for example, sometimes, not today, because I'm a little bit skinnier than I was. I wear a large that's slim fit. Sometimes I wear a large that's regular fit, but I'm never going to be a medium because I'm too
Right.
tall.
Yeah.
So it's
Mhm.
like, Emily, like there's certain things I'm sure that translate into women's sizes that are the same
Yeah,
way, that it
right.
doesn't matter how skinny you are. Your body structure calls for a certain size, and there's certain versions of that size that could then have a better fit on you. And so I feel for Emily
That's a
because
good
I feel
point.
like if it was a regular and maybe she needs a 12 slim or something because she's lost the weight, but she's bigger on her shoulders, she's taller. Like,
She's got heavy arms and stuff
yes,
like that. Yeah, that's her body type. That's how she was made. Yeah, she's
100%.
never
Now, do I also have to say to Heather, okay, Heather, You have
Whereas
6
Heather is
friends,
exceptionally thin and
but
petite,
the other
but
women are
also like
all very
very
comfortable in their bodies too. And so if I was Heather, I would have done myself a favor and I would have gone to Emily and I would have said, "What do you want to wear?"
I don't think she knew it was going to be a problem
They
with
should at this
Emily.
point.
Well, at this point, she should. I don't think that will ever happen again. But who was the most unhinged? Because
Oh,
Emily was a little unhinged.
Emily, yeah.
Emily was unhinged about her body, and she hasn't accepted it.
No.
But
No.
I just want to say something that you wouldn't know. And if we have anybody who's over like 40, 45 that's listening right now, and Emily is one of the older ones, except for Shannon.
And
Well,
Tamra.
Heather Dubrow, okay, but Tamara's naturally a little tiny thing,
Yep.
and Heather's a little tiny
Naturally
thing.
tiny. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Emily isn't. And Emily's getting to the point when she talked about she had testosterone put in her butt. That's to deal with her menopause. So her body is, as anybody who's over 40 will tell you, is starting to betray her. In other words, your body just starts to do things you didn't even know it was going to do. Your shape changes, everything when you go into menopause. So she's having a lot of body image issues.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And once that gets in your head,
Oh yeah.
she can't get out of it. But that's all and it was discussing the Tamra peed outside. That's all I got to say.
I agree, but I will also say that Tamra's Tamra. We have to just
Yeah,
embrace her for
Tamra's
who she
Tamra.
is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We can't be surprised anymore. She talks out of both sides of her mouth, but she also truly as what's oh my god, we always forget her name on the new one, the really wild one, the sexy one, the slutty
Bryn.
Bryn. As Bryn
Yeah.
says in the New York preview, I have so much carpal tunnel because I'm always stirring the pot. That's Tamra.
Yeah, that's totally.
And it's who
Yeah,
she is.
yeah,
And she's gonna do it at
yeah,
all costs. And we need to
yeah.
just be prepared for that.
Yeah, but Alexis is so out of line about everything. She is a
Beyond
pure narcissist that she thinks every single thing. I know there's another name for it. She has like almost borderline. I don't know.
self-absorbed.
It's when you think every single conversation is about you. She thinks everything that's said is about her. She has to interject about it all. She's just insufferable. That's the word. She's insufferable.
Well, who is your mouse?
Emily, a little bit.
Same. I
Because
agree.
you know what? Because Emily, if you're out there, let me tell you, you're hot
Yeah.
and you're sexy
And you're
and
funny and you're smart.
you look like a woman is supposed to look, with curves and boobs and a butt and
And
like
you are more
something.
inspiring to women because you've embraced who you are, but you've now been able to now like you've lost weight. You've gained a body that you really like. Like, don't compare it to Shannon. I mean, not Shannon. Don't compare it to Heather. Don't compare it to Tamra. Don't compare it to
Don't
Gina.
compare it to Alexis.
They couldn't, they didn't need to do what you've done, but at the
Right.
same time, who knows if they could do what you've done. Be proud of what you've done with yourself because you were a little bit heavier when you started the show and you didn't like that. You still were fine to me then, but
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, if you take the average guy out there and you gave him a choice between Jen, who's very thin and nothing, and Emily, I bet you about 80% of them want Emily.
Well, that's because they also need to make sure that they're talking to a person, not a Stepford wife.
No, but I'm talking about body type.
Oh yeah,
just on the looks. They would be like, "Oh no, that's a woman over there."
Oh
That's
yeah.
just, yeah, that's how I feel.
Well,
Anyways.
anywho, follow us, like us, subscribe us, comment on us. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.